Hey guys, Luna here, and we are back with Hiveswap Friendsim, as you saw in the title. And this time we are going to finish off Volume 8. Last time we did Tiziak and Tuik, the teal blood lawyer who knows our other teal blood friend. This time we're going to go with Chixie Roixme, the bronze blood. Chixie looks adorable too. I do. Your point is, you need a wardrobe change. You should have asked Elwood for one of her red leather jackets. You really could make one of those work. Geez, this is kind of a crummy neighborhood, and there you go again, making snap judgments. Get a little alien culture into you and suddenly you're an expert. Looks like you found an Italian nightlife. Well, technically all life here is nightlife. If people are nocturnal, then shouldn't nightclubs be called day clubs? Maybe the lure of the dancing and people getting smashed with strangers not enough to get people to brave the blistering sun. You doubt you'd brave a sniff breeze for it, too much of a partier, which is fair, the sun kinda hurts too. But recently you are all about new experiences. Don't try anything once. A long line of people snakes around the side of the building. It doesn't appear to be moving. The club must not be open yet. You consider getting in the line, but there's so many people here. You really are more of a one-on-one friendship type. You go around the back instead, which I don't know why, to your old friend, the back alley and the dumpster. Distantly, you hear music. It comes on every few seconds and then drops off. Maybe it's a sound check or something? You hear something else. Oh yeah, one of my friends actually made me a troll design, and the horn style is basically identical to what the style of the horns is, which is just why I'm loving her so much. It's like her mind and her hairstyle is kind of similar to mine too, so it's just like I don't know, just so much like me or something. So, musical sigh comes from up ahead. You turn a corner to find a girl standing alone outside the back entrance. A heavy door is propped open with a chunk of concrete, like someone had gorged it out of the street. The girl has dressed on into leg warmers. A bronze sigh splashed across her chest. You wonder if you should consider painting a sign on your own clothes just to make yourself seem more normal. Yeah, no, probably no point. You also need to paint yourself gray and find a pair of fake horns. Who would do something like that? Sounds like a huge pain with absolutely no benefits. And Homestuck because one of the major characters in one of the last acts did that, so not that surprising to think of. The girl hasn't noticed you yet, and she's staring at her feet and sighing. Also, she's making weird little whoops and clicking noises, or singing a few bars of wordless notes, starting out low, then climbing up high. Which that does sound pretty interesting. That she would be practicing singing. Maybe she is a singer at club, probably. I am assuming since she's here practicing. Wow, it sounds pretty good. The enclosed space between the alley walls make it seem like it's coming from all directions. Maybe you should just leave. She looks busy, but then another troll sticks their head around the opening door, shooting the girl an unkind look and kicking the cement block door stop away. Oh heck, there's really only one good reason you would prop open the Be nice, I'm going to grab the door before it can close. Displaying the dexterity of someone far healthier and far less dressed in a slinky bathrobe, you grab the door before it can slam close. The bronze blood girl's attention snaps up and she breaks off mid-note. She takes in the misplaced concrete you are holding the door. Thanks for catching that. I would have had to go all the way around the front. must have been the winds. Just what sort of wind do you think they have here that could pick up a chunk of rock the size of a turtle? Unless wind is urban slang for some rude douchebag. She gives you a quick little smile and darts through the door, letting it close behind her with a solid click. Yep, locked. The brief gleaming flare of friendship you felt when she smiled at you in earnest thanks stutters and dies. You really had a moment there, but now she's inside and you're out here. When will you never read the fruit of glorious friendship when you planted with that act of kindness? Jeez, what's the point of doing something nice if you don't get any credit for it? Aww. I actually thought that was the right thing to do. Stand there being like, so. Like the witness to a disastrous car accident, you stand there and watch the girl notice the door closing and lets out a squeak, jumping for the handle. She misses it and smacks her knee against the metal frame. Ouch, damn it. She has a soft musical voice, even when swearing. You ask if she's okay. She stops rubbing at her knee and looks up at you. You're quite a bit taller than her, but she looks older than some of the other trolls you've hung out with. No worries. Well, at least not back my leg. If you want something to worry about, I'm sure I can come up with some ideas without much trouble. Reassure that you've had plenty to worry about recently, but you appreciate the offer. She gives a fruitless tug on the back door. She knocks, nobody comes. She knocks again, still nothing. You tell her that someone kicked the doorstep out of the way. She looks disappointed, but not surprised. Oh well, I'll just have to go. Oh my god, you thought you'd never ask. This is working out perfectly. You're so glad she got locked back here with you and the rest of the garbage. I'm Chixie Roixme, although I'm sure you already know that. I don't think you're an idiot or anything. No, meet and greets are usually after the show, but you seem nice. You're unsure how she figures that since all you've done is stand around. It's true, though, so you don't protest. You are nice, super nice. You might be the nicest son of a bitch on this whole dang planet. You ask if she's performing here tonight. Of course. Why else would I be warming up in a dirty back alley? You tell her that you've seen people do far weirder things. She laughs. You aren't wrong. People around here will do anything for attention nowadays. For instance, you are walking around in an aubergine robe. You coughed delicately. True. Very true. She's got you there. You come inside with me. I can give you an autograph. I don't have anything to write with back. He seems to think that you're a fan who managed to get past security to accost her in person. She doesn't seem too upset though, more like delighted. You think back many friends ago to when Zebruh told you it was dangerous for low bloods to get popular. You wonder if Chixie trusts you because she thinks you're also a low blood. Or maybe she's just not that popular. She even does the little thing that I do sometimes with that I do 3 fingers, not 2. You follow her back to the front of the club, past the line of trolls waiting to get inside. A guy whistles at her and she gives him a flirty little wave, along with a flat smile, a customer service smile. She shoves a bounce or something on her palm husks and he lifts up the velvet robe. They're with me. They're my +1. Wow, you've never been anyone's +1 before. A bunch of people in line look annoyed, but Chixie ignores them. You follow her, tripping a little on the hem of your robe. Be careful, huh? You don't want to twist an ankle. Chixie speaks to you with a lit like a character in a musical getting ready to burst into song. You hope you aren't supposed to participate if she does. You're a little too busted for an impromptu dance number, and you're also a little liable to flash someone in this robe. Hear music and chatter from down the hall, but Chixie pulls you in another direction toward the dressing rooms. You pass several closed doors, stopping in one of them that seems to be in the process of being cleared out. A bunch of shiz spilling out into the hall, clothes trailing out of suitcases. A microphone cord seems to be slithering slowly amongst it. Curious? Charming. Anything without someone messing me around, locking me out. Enough of this. Who did this? I'm seriously out for blood tonight. Looks like someone commandeered her dressing room while she was out, as well as tossed all of her shit out into the hall. I have to deal with this. I'll be right back. You can borrow some clothes if you want. In fact, I insist. She leaves you in the cramped little room. It's dark in the hall, but everywhere in the interior is kept getting darker than it is comfortable for you. You're getting used to it, though. You imagine humans used to have to deal with this all the time before electricity, provided they didn't die immediately off like dysentery. You flick on the outline of the white bulbs around the mirror. Wow, even in the soft-lying light, you look like an A-grade free-range disaster. Tagore's expensive rainbow drinker serum must have rubbed off, and now you're mostly just dusty. You wade through a couple of Chixie suitcases, but everything here is too small for you. There's a couple sweater dresses and a hoodie that might fit, but without a pair of pants, it's going to get real scandalous real fast. The only thing that you find that works in the whole dang dressing room is a floaty purple dress hanging out the back of the drawer. Definitely not your style. You would never wear anything like this at home. But fuck it, you roll with the punches, right? And not in the violent ways, fashion ways. You give a little experimental twirl in front of the mirror. You ain't going to break any hearts, but you'll do. You actually kind of dig it. You're busy admiring yourself when Chixie comes back. She sniffles sharply and there are tear tracks on her face, but she isn't crying anymore. In fact, she looks mad as hell. Oh damn, she mad at you? Did someone manage to fuck up something? Did you manage to fuck up something up without even being there? You gotta have mad fuck up skills. I got bumped. They kicked me off the lineup. I was supposed to be an opening, but some new band comes in and they have a purple blood drummer, so the club owner lets them take my place. Of course, this is how it always goes. God, she looks so sad. Time to break out your finely tuned comforting muscles. But before you can get those guns out, someone oozes up to the two of you. Someone you recognize. Oh, incredible, Miss Roxa. It's Zebruh. What are the odds? It must be fate. Zebruh. Writing this down. Well, you tripped that. You were coming to the show, so I guess the odds were pretty good. No, it's Zebruh. That's pretty cool. Zebruh doesn't let this dim his sparkle. He isn't the type of guy to let facts get in the way. He hasn't even noticed you. He's kind of too busy kissing the back of Chixie's hands. Looking good, baby. I'm kind of a mess. I've been crying. Well, crying looks good on you. Zebruh finally glances your way and does an extremely exaggerated double take. Wow, damn, I didn't even recognize you. You clean up real nice, you know? You haven't cleaned up at all. Really, you haven't bathed since Tagore's fancy absolution trap. All you've done is put on a slinky dress. It's not like you're happy to see Zebruh. You are. He's one of the many success stories. He's just, the kind of friend you want to think back on fondly from time to time, remembering all of the good times. Yeah, not necessarily the kind you want to hang out with, or hang all over you, like he is right now. Chixie looks at his arm around your shoulder and seems momentarily annoyed. Then her expression skips a couple of tracks and hits back on neutral. So you met? Where? Online? In a forum? Can I join? Not in a forum. Unless you're talking about the form of life. He winks. Fate just keeps bringing us back together, doesn't it? Just like you and me, Chixie baby. Chixie laughs. Now that she's gotten over her surprise, her entire demeanor has changed. Her body language has relaxed, and she keeps biting her lips. She looks like an actor demonstrating bashful on command. Zebruh is eating it up. It is really nice of you to post about my EP on your blog. I got a lot of listens from that. Babe, have I ever told you that I think you're so strong? Seriously, little blood girls are so strong. Chixie laughs again. It sounds painful. Maybe once or twice. I love your new stuff. That one song, Poisonous Moon or whatever. Bloody Sun. Right. Yeah, exactly. Real good stuff, sweethearts. I can't wait to hear more tonight. Alright, he doesn't know Chixie got bumps. Chixie meets your eyes. She seems trying to communicate something entirely using her eyebrows. With mind your own damn business. You follow Chixie's lead and don't say anything. Zebruh will find out pretty soon anyways when the show starts and Chixie doesn't get on stage. She takes off saying he's going to go get a spot in the pit. There's no pit here. Her earnest, polite look drops as soon as Zebruh is out of sight. She's letting you see all the bits of herself that she has to hide from other people. You wonder if that's because you don't matter that much or because she can sense your trustworthy nature. You are a natural optimist when it comes to friendship, so you decide to believe in the latter. Look at the jerks who took my stage from me, so I can talk about them on my vintage tour. You can follow it if you want, like only 4 people do it. It's not like anybody risk an encouraging pat between her shoulder blades. She sniffs and wipes her nose. At least I have you, my one non-creepy fan. At least I think I want to know you that well. You're sure that you aren't creepy, at least as not as creepy as that guy. Chixie starts to respond but then breaks off. Voice sticks to her throat like she swallowed a bug. Oh wait, they actually eat bugs here, like she swallowed a light bug. Actually, they might eat light bugs. Well, fuck, simile cancel. Anyways, Chixie stops talking and you realize it's because she's listening instead. The first band is on and it's going from Chixie's expression, this must be the band that scooped her. Can't believe it, can't. She takes off. You aren't sure if you're supposed to follow, but she swoops back in and grabs your hand to drag you along behind her. You get past the club entrance and up a staircase emerging in a tiny backstage area. Chixie stops and just outside the stage lights. The band outside on stage is 4 trolls. Mixed cast, judging by their clothes, although you suppose they don't have to wear clothes of color of their... Most trolls seem to. Law or tradition? Both are dangerous to break. That's my song. They didn't just steal my set, they stole my set list. Your cheeks flush a ruddy brown and she shakes with rage, beginning to sing along with him. Twist and pull, breathe the terror of life on hell, spines and gore forevermore, on this nightmare island spell. There is above, the lights are below, I'm knocking on your hive's front door. Love me please, above. It has kind of a tangy country feel to it, except it's about murder. Or maybe love? Can't tell. It just doesn't really fit the band's on-stage vibe. It doesn't really fit Chixie's either. But then again, you haven't really seen her perform. Maybe she's really different when she gets in the spotlight. She's crying now, tears streaming down her face as she sings. It's all over. Nobody's going to believe I wrote this. As she sings, I don't think it's all over. Nobody's going to believe I wrote this music. Some little dirtbag country girl. You remember what Zebruh told you about high blood stealing their music and acting like they wrote it? God, that's so unfair. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to... You should do something. Yeah. Chixie clenches her fist. Yeah. She reaches into her snarled mess of equipment and comes back with a microphone that only looks a little bit screamy. She walks over to a costume rack and pulls out a mask. It's plain white, like a Phantom of the Opera mask, jarringly stark against the gaudy organic styles of most everything else on Ontario. She reaches for a dip in volume in the song, and she gets one right after the bridge. Then she switches on the microphone and takes a huge breath. Shut the fuck up. The shot reverberates around the club. The sound of the crowd dips, then falls almost entirely. The band staggers to a slow rounding stop. Nobody seems to know what's going on. Oh hell, this isn't what you meant. You meant like egg their tour bus or trash them online. Chixie steps into the light and murmur goes up through the crowd. The band singer lowers her microphone. She's in a short blue dress with the long viscous claws painted red. You aren't up on all the trends, but you're pretty sure that red is edgy. Chixie covers her microphone and says something to the band. The Cerulean stares at her for a few seconds before letting out a cascading spray of laughter. Sure, honey, okay. Condescending and sweet like Chixie is a Talu who happened to wander on stage. She points a finger gun at the guy at the soundboard. Razor, give the lady a beat. Oh god, you know what this is. You see Chixie's face framed by lights focused on intent and all simpering gore. You like that? I wrote it. You hit that? I own it. Coming in hot, trying to steal my spots? Oh lord, is that a limerick? Just grab my bulge and deep throat. Oh my god. Dirty limerick. Holy shit. You really are doing this thing. A rap battle. Jesus. The Cerulean girl spits some stuff back. It's kind of basic, just general insults about Chixie's blood color and light, and her lyrics being stale, considering she saw Chixie song that doesn't really fly. The crowd doesn't know that though. They're eating it up. You probably think it's all coming from the show, like some fiery little low blood coming on stage just shake things up. Paint your claws red, painting your mouth brown, acting like you know what's done here on the grounds. The crowd whoops. This might be a high blood owned club, but there's definitely a lot of low bloods in the crowd. But it's an invitation. I got no expectation. This is your final standation. You aren't gonna hit higher than this collaboration. You aren't like a rap expert or anything, but you can definitely tell that Chixie isn't either. She gets breathless towards the end of the lines and hits some words strangely, but the crowd is really feeling her. Definitely more than they're feeling the Cerulean. Chixie's voice picks up speed and power as she gains confidence, drawing energy off the crowd. You realize you're leaning forward, too, making sure you catch every word. She goes through a whole list of the band's shortcomings, including their fashion sense, their talent level, and their interpersonal clusterfuck. They're apparently a well-known group online. She throws in some stuff about stealing her music, and the crowd goes, oh, like this is a middle school cafeteria. So kill me, call the drones. It won't change a bit of what they all know. When you're a thief, what do you expect? To be all square? Hey, show some respect. Chixie drops the mic, the room erupts. Holy shit, that was awesome. She just came up with all that on the fly. The Cerulean looks furious, and another troll runs onto the stage trying to get the mask, trying to get the crowd under control. They're all chanting, mask, mask, mask. Chixie runs back off stage, chucking both the mask and the microphone back where she found them. She grabs you and you run all the way back out to the alley where you met, letting the door close behind you. Guess you're done with that club. Chixie's eyes are all around, shell-shocked. I just did that. Yeah, she really did. I just told a bunch of high bloods to eat my phone. You don't know what... I know what a bulge is. That's pretty straightforward. But yet... Fuck. They liked me, didn't they? They were cheering for me. You say yeah. You're pretty sure they were. Holy shit. I'm going to be called... Do you hear all the stuff I said? You just can't say stuff like that. You remind her that she was wearing a mask when she did it. Oh, right. Nobody knows who I am. I'm safe. Oh. But that means nobody knows it was me. You aren't quite sure following. I'm not gonna get any credit at all. God, why did everything in my life have to be so metaphorically resonant? Oh girl, you feel that. You def know what that's like. Hey, that was pretty dope. Both of you jump a foot in the air. A low blood on a hoodie and a pair of sunglasses slashes against a brick beside the back door. Either you're seriously impaired today or he is seriously good at sneaking. You got any of that stuff online? He asked Chixie. Yes, but him. What? I was wearing a mask. How did you know? Well, you're standing right outside the door, and you're wearing the same clothes you did on stage, so... Oh, right. Clever of you. Don't worry about it. Plausible deniability, right? Catch you later. He slinks off one hand and races a casual, good guy farewell. See you, Tilk? Chixie, some people will figure out who you are. Probably just some randos outside of the club, but still, she can do this. She can make her dreams come true. You're totally right. Guess all hope isn't lost. At least not until another insurmountable obstacle comes along. Thanks for, well, everything. I would never have gone out there if it weren't for you. She hesitates for a few seconds, then goes in for a slightly damp hug. Sorry, Stage lights and terror make me sweat. Aww, so nice. Victory and Diamond Friend. I'm gonna tell Zebruh that Chixie isn't going to perform. You tell Zebruh that about the higher caste trolls coming in and taking Chixie's place. She starts making frantic motions behind Zebruh's backs and shakes her head, but immediately stops when he turns to look at her. Isn't that true, babe? It's not a big deal. That sort of stuff happens in the business all the time. Or so people tell me. Don't worry about it. No, I am worried. I always worry about lowbloods and terrible physicians who can't help themselves at all. I'll take care of it for you. Really, you don't have to. Zebruh touches her arm for way longer than is necessary. It's more of a shoulder rub than a pat. Chixie seems to be trying very hard not to shrug him off. Her smile belongs on a Halloween mask, a rictus grin. Fast forward. The two of you watch him swagger off the back toward the front of the hall. Chixie lets out a breath. I wish you hadn't done that. He's got a really popular music blog. He's an indigo, so I have to be polite. One bad review from him and it's over for my career. But I tried to interact with him as little as possible. You hadn't realized that Zebruh is a musician. Oh, he's not. He just reviews albums and shows. Stuff like that. He makes a lot of reposts, but he's got a ton of followers. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice to be noticed, but he's a little pushy, just a little pushy, and I don't have the time in my life right now for quadrants. You know what I mean? You do. You so do. Does Zebruh try what he tried with you on every lowblood he meets, or you aren't sure if that makes you feel worse or better? Chixie talks about him like he's a natural disaster, a tornado that she just has to avoid to keep from getting torn apart, like it's just an inevitability that people would treat her like she's owned them something. I don't want to seem ungrateful. You tell her that she doesn't seem ungrateful. From where you're standing, she doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong. She sighs, blowing a piece of hair out of her eyes. Too bad doing everything right doesn't automatically mean things will go your way. When Zebruh comes back, such little time has passed that you don't think he could have possibly done anything. He shows you and Chixie all of his teeth. I got it all fixed up for you. You go on tonight. In fact, you're headlining. You're welcome. Chixie's mouth drops open. What? How? I get anything I want in my own club. Wait, what? I brought it from the owner. He's just a teal. Seriously, business ownership is a little ambitious for a mid-blood, isn't it? I convinced him that it would be easier for him and everybody else if a high blood took over. I've been meaning to get into the club scene anyway. Now, you'll always have somewhere to perform, provided you do everything I say all the time. He grins to show that it's just a joke, but there's also something in his smile that you really, really don't like. You regret asking for his help. So does Chixie, apparently. She gets right in your face. Nice work. Now I owe him even more than before. This is the only club around here that will let lowblood solo acts perform. You can find your own way out, can't you? Aw. Well. Well, I guess I should say that sucks. Where's the bar? Chixie looks up at you like she's only remembered that she's a physical body and not simply an amorphous blob of pure fatness. There's a cluster of bottles on a nearby amp. God, more Fago. All of the plans that could cross galaxy. Of course it had to be Fago. Chixie grabs what looks like a liquor bottle. Right here, come on. Not even my vent shitter is enough for this. Back in the dressing room, Chixie's upends several suitcases on the floor, making herself with the other performers. Her give a shit meter is down in the red, apparently. She flops down in the pile and she made and takes a huge slip of the bottle. Wow, have some. It's awful. Encouraging. Come on, it's gross, but it won't kill you. Wish people would stop promising that. So far it's been true, but you still don't trust it. She takes another drink and hiccups, and holds out the bottle for you. Peer pressure. Lying on a pile of sweaters with a distraught vocalist and getting wasted is exactly what you wanted to do with your evening. Chixie gives a bottle a shake. Oh well, You suck smoke out of a bug's ass and you're still here. You drop down on the sweaters beside her. Chixie is dramatic, but you are disappointed to discover that she was not being dramatic about this. It is awful. Right? Have some more. You do. God, it's so bad. Chixie's getting a lot tipsier than you. She's drinking faster and smaller than you. Not that you know shit about troll psychology. Come on, let's commiserate. It's hard, you know? You nod. Boy, do you know. Excuse me. The music business, I mean, especially when you're starting out. You have to be visible, but you also can't look like you're showing off. You have to pretend that you don't like the attention or fame, even if you do, but sometimes you have to pretend you do like it, even if you don't. If you're low blood, you just have to watch everything you do, all the time. If you're high blood, you can do anything and everybody thinks it's awesome, no matter what. Show business sucks. We want to mention that she's the one who decided to go into it in the first place, but that would be unkind. Nobody here seems to have a job or go to school either. They all just have intensely possessive hobbies like painting or music or meat. Instead, you tell her that you're sure she'll write more songs. Sure, and they'll just steal those too. You tell her that you're sure it's not true. Shh. Chixie attempts to put a finger up to your lips, but it gets half up your nose instead. Shh. Playing time, not helpful advice time. Oh dang, you definitely can get behind that, because you got some complaints. You take down another string and it burns all the way down. You tell Chixie all about the crash landing on the strange alien planet, the broken limbs and hard times and bad wardrobe choices. You skirt around all the amazing friends you made, though you don't want her to experience friend envy. Halfway through your harrowing story, you hear something. Chixie is passed out, drooling on your dress. Better than puking. Do trolls puke? Huh. Oh well, this is not a vow of undying friendship, but it's not friendly? Victory? Victory, I suppose. Huzzah! And with that, I'm going to end this here. I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path, forever it might lead you into the future. Bye-bye.